Shabbat Shalom. We are so glad that you are here for so many reasons. Tonight we celebrate many things. So our time is unlimited because it's Shabbat. There are no time restrictions on Shabbat. So, hey Max, when I'm on my headset, we've got to be careful about the other microphones. Can you pop number 1 off for a minute? Okay. Thank you, sir. When they're singing, you can have 1 and 2 on also. I think we can make that work. We have a sound guy back there. So it is Hadassah Shabbat, which means we honor the world's largest women's organization. You know that I am part of 5 generations of Hadassah members and associate members. I think I may have told you the story. You know, Max didn't get to go to Israel in the Birthright program, but neither or Ron. One of the questions they asked him was about if there were any other Jewish organizations he belonged to. And he said, I think I'm an honorary member of the sisterhood. Which may be true, but what he meant was he's an associate member of Hadassah, which means we made him a life member. You can't be an official member if you're a guy, but you can be a member, but he's an associate member of Hadassah, which is not an people who are members, are life members. And that's awesome. I think it's a glorious thing. And I'm very proud of Shreveport for doing this, because it's a thing that needs to be honored, and I'm very proud of the work that Hadassah does. I think that you know that the last 2 weeks of my dad's life, he was at Hadassah Hospital getting the best care in the world. So there's even a YouTube video of his last jam session where his students came to him at Hadassah Hospital in Ein Kerem, and they had the last jam session with him. So Hadassah is in my heart for many reasons. So I am always, always honored to participate in the Hadassah service. As you know, we alternate between B'nai Zion and Agudath Achim, and so last year we were there, and this year we're honored to have everyone from the congregation join us here as well. Having said that, it is and I told you there's no time limits. We do have a 7:15 service that follows this, but there's no time limits. But I would like to get to the service. So you know that the first thing that we do, especially, did you have a tough week? Anybody? We did. We had a funeral. We had illnesses. We had surgery. Who had surgery? And the no surgery. My mom had no surgery. She had no surgery because the infection was too bad. So she's been admitted to the hospital again. So it's been a really hard week. I think that I'm looking around and I see many people who did make the world a better place this week, and I'm very proud to know you. And so with that, but because we're trying to get rid of the tensions, the anxieties of the week, we take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And try again. Let it out slowly. And I encourage you to keep doing Shabbat breaths throughout the service, but at this point, we will welcome Shabbat by lighting or blessing the candles and blessing the almost wine by inviting John and Jerry Black up, and I know that Jerry is a life member of Hadassah. We didn't know that when we asked her, and I am honored that she is. So I invite you all to please turn to page 82, and as is our custom, please rise.
My mother-in-law, who I miss every day.
Made you. One of the nicest ways of becoming a member is when someone honors you with a membership.
These lights are only flickering flames, yet flames illumine our uncertain steps. Flames remind us of Sabbaths long past and of their beauty that delighted our hearts. May they inspire us to work for the greater Sabbath of peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadla ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the Sabbath lights.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק נר, להדליק נר של Shabbat. We continue on pages 167 and 166 with the Kiddush, the sanctification of the day.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the sign of your love, a reminder of your creative work, and of our liberation from Egyptian bondage, our day of days. On Shabbat especially, we hearken to your call to serve you as a holy people. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of Shabbat.
L'chaim. You are welcome to sit down if you wish. Someone you came with, a Shabbat Shalom, and someone you didn't come in with, a Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. No, she's coming up. I'll tell her. You come up. Max, we need the microphones on now. Wait. Have a seat.
As we gather together to welcome Shabbat, we give thanks for the blessings of family and community. We pray that the warmth, the light, and the peace of Shabbat will permeate our lives and the lives of our sisters and brothers in Eretz Israel, the land of Israel. As we pause in our work to welcome our day of rest, we pray for renewed energy and strength to continue on Hadassah's mission of healing, teaching, and research. We give thanks for those who have set examples for us in the past, Esther and Vashti, Henrietta Sold, and the countless women and men who have helped Hadassah serve the needs of all people so that we will never again live in fear of a Haman or an Amalek. When I first read this, I thought we were also not going to live in fear of Amtrak, but I see that's not the case.
So I should have said that two things. One is that we are honored that there are women from our Hadassah chapter who will be reading extra inspirational parts for you, and that traditionally Shabbat, a Hadassah Shabbat is done the week before Purim, because Hadassah is Esther's Hebrew name. And so we connected together. It was also Henrietta Zold's birthday is around Purim also. And so some of the inspirations that we have about Shabbat, Hadassah Shabbat, have to do with anticipating Purim, and we just already ended Purim. So you'll see some things have connections to Purim and Hadassah, as Hadassah the character, the woman, and Hadassah the organization. So we call you Sharon.
When we come together to give thanks, to mark important events, and to celebrate, we offer a prayer of sanctification. As we welcome Shabbat, we remember the transformational event of our past in the Kiddush, which recalls the Exodus from Egypt. As we reflect on Hadassah's journey and as we move forward with renewed vigor in Hadassah's second century, we honor the memory of our founder, Henrietta Zold, who taught, "In the life of the Spirit, there is no ending that is not a beginning." Our Spirit has enabled us to bring healing to the people of Jerusalem, Israel, and the world. What began as a small group of nurses grew to our amazing facilities on Mount Scopius and in Aram Karim, crowned in our centennial year by the Sarah Wetzman Davidson Hospital Tower. As we come together to continue our sacred mission, we draw our inspiration from those who come before us and ask for guidance for the source of all blessing, who has enabled us to reach each of our milestones. On this Shabbat, we remember the strength and courage of our namesake, who was known both as Queen Esther and as Hadassah. We strive to obliterate the names of Amalek and Haman by responding to the needs of the weak and infirm in our midst. We have succeeded in bringing learning and healing to Israel. We give thanks for the lives we have saved, the suffering we have eased, the hope we have inspired, and the love of Zion we have shared. With spirits renewed and strength unflagging, we welcome the challenges the future will bring. We invoke God's blessing as we sing to welcome the Sabbath bride. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all swiftly merit its radiance. Am Yisrael Chai, Hadassah Chai.
Thank you. And we are going to be welcoming on page 84. We've already welcomed Shabbat as a bride, as we welcome Shabbat, but we are going to be welcoming the angels of Shabbat on page 84 as we sing Shalom Aleichem together.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedechem Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
The synagogue is the sanctuary of Israel. Born of our longing for the living God, it has been to Israel throughout our wanderings a visible token of the presence of God in our people's midst. Its beauty is the beauty of holiness. Steadfast, it has stood as the champion of justice, mercy, and peace. Its truths are true for all people. Its love is a love for all people. Its God is the God of all people. As it has been said, my house shall be called a house of prayer for all peoples. Let all the family of Israel, all who hunger for righteousness, all who seek the eternal, find God here, and here find life. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yiruteh, v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uv'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala, ba'agala, uvizman kariv, v'miru, amen. Yehesh merabah mevarach, le'alam ul'alme almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpahar, v'yitromam, v'yinaseh, v'yitadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, shmeh dekudisha, brichu, le'elamin kol berchata v'shirata, tushbichata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'miru, amen. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. Oh God, how can we know you? Where can we find you? You are as close to us as breathing, yet you are farther than the farthermost star. You are as mysterious as the vast solitudes of night, yet as familiar to us as the light of the sun. To Moses you said, you cannot see my face, but I will make all my goodness pass before you. Even so, does your goodness pass before us in the realm of nature and in the joys and sorrows of life.
Justice burns within us like a flaming fire.
When love evokes willing sacrifice from us, when, to the last full measure of selfless devotion, we demonstrate our belief in the ultimate triumph of truth and righteousness, then your goodness enters our lives, and we can begin to change the world. And then you live within our hearts, and we through righteousness behold your presence. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated unless you're in my Bet Hebrew class, and then I need you up here to help us lead the next blessing, the next prayer. Nice. Come on. Come on up. Come on. You want to get up? Ready? Go ahead. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your being. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them safely to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand, and let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God. I, the Eternal One, have called you to righteousness and taken you by the hand and kept you. I have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations.
We are Israel, witness to the covenant between God and God's children.
This is the covenant I make with Israel. I will place my Torah in your midst and write it upon your hearts. I will be your God, and you shall be my people.
We are Israel. Our Torah forbids the worship of race or nation, possessions or power.
You who worship gods that cannot save you, hear the words of the Eternal One. I am God, there is none else.
We are Israel. Our prophets proclaim the exalted vision for the world.
Hate evil and love what is good. Let justice well up as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream.
You shall not oppress.
Schooled in your suffering. You shall not oppress your neighbors, nor rob them. You shall not stand idle while your neighbor bleeds.
We are Israel, taught to beat swords into plowshares, commanded to pursue peace.
Violence, Hamas, shall no longer be heard in your land. Desolation and destruction within your borders. All your children, will be taught of your God, and great shall be the peace of your children.
We are Israel, O God, when we are witnesses to your love and messengers of your truth.
You are my witnesses, says the Eternal One, and my servant whom I have chosen. Know me, therefore, and put your trust in me.
We are Israel, O God, when we proclaim you,
God, our Redeemer, the ancestors on the shores of the sea.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot u'sefelel, nora tehilot u'sefelel.
Malchutecha ra'uvanecha, okay, ayam lifnei Moshe, ze'lianu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar kivad Adonai et Yaakov, ug'alo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
Amen. May we lie down this night in peace and rise up to life renewed. O God, spread over us your shelter of peace, of quiet and calm, and bless us with rest. And let a time come when morning will bring no word of war or famine or anguish, a time of happiness, of contentment and rest. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim v'al kol ha'olam. We give thanks for the night and its rest, and the promise of peace for all the world. V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית העולם. Please rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 93.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibur v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chaste Avot V'Imahot,
ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. God of all generations, of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, of Sarah, Rebekah, Leah, and Rachel, be praised. Your wondrous creative power fills heaven and earth.
God of life and death, be praised. Mercy and help.
Healing to the sick, freedom to the captive, confirm your faithfulness to those who sleep in the dust.
Awesome and holy God, be praised. With acts of love and truth, we hallow your name. As it is said, be holy, for I, your eternal God, am holy.
God of times and seasons, be praised. Enable us through Sabbath rest to explore and learn and impart the meanings of your Torah. Make our hearts ready to serve you this day and all days.
God who answers prayer, be praised. May we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God. Be praised. You are the miracle within all we behold. You are goodness. You are compassion. We give thanks to you forever. I invite you to read the paragraph in English below the Hebrew with me. God of peace, of justice, and of love, be praised. Inspire us to banish forever hatred, war, and bloodshed. Help us to establish forever one human family united in peace. God of peace, bless us with peace. We now take a moment to reflect on all the ways that you have made the world a better place, all the ways that Hadassah has made the world a better place, the last 100 years of that world, and looking forward, we take a moment of silent prayer.
May the words of my mouth
Imre fi v'hegion libi
and the meditations of my heart
lefanecha
be acceptable to you.
lefanecha
Be acceptable to you.
Adonai tzuri
O God, my rock,
tzuri v'goali
my rock and my redeemer.
Adonai tzuri
O God, my rock,
v'goali.
and redeemer.
One of the things I forgot to let you know about, so there can't be a quiz today because it's Shabbat anyway, is that we have a special blessing we need to say this week because next Shabbat is not just Shabbat, but it's another holy day. We begin a new month. Which month do we begin? Next month? Next week? Tick tock, tick. We are ending the month of Adar, and we are beginning the month. I'll give you a really big hint. It's the month where Passover exists. There's no Adar 2. Good guess. Nisan, nice job. Formerly known as Datsun. No, just kidding. Thank you. Not the first one to say that, but it is Nisan. I think they stole that name from. No, I'm just kidding. So we need to remember that next Shabbat is the beginning of Nisan, and Cantor is going to help chant that blessing. We turn to page 162, where you will find almost all of the blessing that exists in the Agudath Achim's Nusach as well. Page 162.
Yehi ratzon milfanecha, Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu, Shekadesh aleinu et hakodesh hazeh letova v'livracha, v'titen lanu chaim arukim, chaim shel shalom, chaim shel tova, chaim shel bracha, chaim shel parnasah, chaim shel chilutz atzamot, chaim sheyesh bahem yirat shamayim v'yirat hate, chaim shein bahem busha uchlima, chaim shel osher v'chavod, chaim shdevanu ahavat Torah v'yirat shamayim, chaim sheyimaleu mishalot libenu letova. Amen. Selah.
We read together, Our God and God of our ancestors, may the new month bring us renewed good and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, and health, a life full of blessing, a life exalted by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our hearts are fulfilled for good. Wondrous God, in ancient days you led our people from bondage to freedom. Redeem us now out of our exile from one another, making all Israel one united people.
Rosh Chodesh Yeh Bayom Shabbat Kodesh Haba Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael L'Tova.
Amen. The new month of Nisan will begin on Shabbat. God of holiness, let the new month bring for us and for the whole house of Israel life and peace, happiness and joy, deliverance and comfort. And let us say, Amen. We now, our hearts and our prayers turn to those who are ill recovering as we turn to the backside, the inside cover of the back of our prayer books. And I'm going to, since we are a joint congregation, I'm going to ask that anyone who has a name for whom they would like us to be saying a prayer, please call that name out. For all these names, for the names we choose to hold in our hearts and not say out loud, we pray together. Oh God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain, We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. Come join us. You have some song? Yes. Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. It has become our tradition to add Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu. May the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. May they return home safely. And let us say, Amen. At this point in our service, I invite Debbie DeLynn to please come up. She has some words she would like to share about Hadassah. I did not mention that Debbie DeLynn and Carol Ginsberg somehow became the co-presidents for life of Hadassah. And so, what? It's been years and years already. And we are grateful that they have stepped up to do this. As she steps up to do this. And actually, so as Debbie is coming up, Cassandra, you have a prayer also that you're going to read as Debbie's coming up. You can come up. Sandra's going to go first. Yeah, Sandra has to read first. Come on up. Go ahead.
Prayer for the congregation and our community. May the one who blessed this holy community also bless the work of Hadassah, whose members and friends gather tonight and worship on this Hadassah Shabbat. May our tireless volunteers, our generous donors, and our loyal supporters be blessed for their dedication to Zion, to healing, and to tzedakah.
Amen. Thank you. You got it? Good. Thank you.
This year, we mark the State of Israel's 70th anniversary and recognize the powerful role of Hadassah that Hadassah women played in making the dream of Israel a reality. At the same time, we celebrate the impact Hadassah has had on Israel and throughout the world during the first 100 years of the Hadassah Medical Organization and the Hadassah School of Nursing. As we look at the ways Hadassah innovation today is shaping the future. Each year, we look to the story of Purim for inspiration. We take our name from Queen Esther, whose Hebrew name was Hadassah, and the deeply held belief that women have the power to create change and moral obligation to save lives. With the Parkland shooting, 3 of the 10 deadliest mass shootings in modern United States history have, according to the New York Times, occurred in the last 5 months. Hadassah endorses the growing bipartisan movement to bring this nation closer to a future without gun violence. Hadassah echoes the outcry that has sprung up, an expression of our collective need to bring this nation closer to a future without gun violence. We are proud of the youth of America rallying for their right to grow and learn in peace, and who are an inspiration to us all. Hadassah fosters other youth-oriented programs which enable the youth of Israel and of the United States to develop strong, democratically oriented adults. In Israel, Youth Aliyah program works to integrate at-risk youth into solid Israeli citizens and citizens of the world. It supplies counseling, education, and empathy to help children from varying backgrounds blend into the Israeli and world society. Over 300,000 young people from 80 lands have been served in the Youth Aliyah program. In America, the Hadassah champions Young Judea movement, which brings American Jewish youth from all over this country to camps and other programs which produce love of Jewish identity, identification with Israel, and democratic values, as democratic with a small d, in their maturity. What could be more productive than teens and young adults having these qualities? We look forward to Hadassah members, associates, and donors working together with their families in an intergenerational commitment to a safer world. Another unique way that Hadassah women are helping make the world a better place is that Hadassah student nurses have created a new protocol for challenged patients. Under the new protocol, every patient who is a part of the Elwyn community of challenged adults will be fast-tracked through the emergency process. The ER team will be informed that an Elwyn patient is on the way to the ER. To head off the panic reaction, each patient will come with a traffic light, they call it a folder, prepared by the community staff. They call the folders traffic lights. This will include not only general medical information, but also specific triggers, such as sensitivity to loud sounds or light. Results of this program will be reported to the Knesset, which we hope there will be an impact on the rest of Israel, and then the world can learn from the advice of these Hadassah students nurses have given. These are just a few of the recent ways that Hadassah organization is trying to help the lives and make the world a better place. Representing the Shreveport Hadassah chapter, I want to thank B'nai Zion and Agudath Achim and Rabbi Jana and Neil for being so supportive of Hadassah. And I want to thank Rabbi John especially for originating most of this speech. I want to thank all of you who are Hadassah members, life members, or associate members. If you're not a member, please speak with anyone here who is a member to learn more of the wonderful blessings that Hadassah brings. We also have brochures and information available near the Oneg Shabbat tables that you can look at or take with you. Please notice that the Oneg Shabbat is on our multi-generational name tablecloth. This has been quite a tradition in Hadassah history. It is a unique historical piece which has the names of all who have donated and their families embroidered in it. And you may find your name in it if you have donated in the past. and you can get your name on it if you donate in the future. Thank you all for attending the service tonight. I'd also like to thank Harriet Glazer for the beautiful oneg she has prepared, filled with recipes from Hadassah members, past, P-A-S-S-E-D, and present. I hope to see all of you at the Shower of Dollars on Wednesday at the home of Elizabeth Arsenault on Jordan from 11:30 to 2 p.m., and you can consult your bulletins or call me or the rabbi's office to get the exact address. I would like now to give credit to Fanny and Pauline Rubenstein, who started the Shower of Dollars as a unique function, which at first gave donation for the Hadassah linen closet, but have now broadened the scope of donations to any project which you feel comfortable with donating, or you can donate it as wherever needed. I want to thank all of you for attending this evening, and I look forward to seeing you at the shower, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Thank you. Cantor. So we have a few things we need to tell you, and we are blessed that not only is this a joint service, but that almost everything that we are doing these days, we are each participating in. So we want to thank Jerry and John Black for blessing the candles and the Kiddush. Thank you to Cantor Schwartz and to Sarah Dunham for leading the magnificent music for our services tonight. Tonight at 7:15, after the Oneg Shabbat, we will have what we're calling now a Lanyap Shabbat. It's geared towards learning about the worship services and how to lead them. Everyone is welcome. Tomorrow night, remember to set your clocks forward. Remember, we lose an hour of sleep, we're tired already. So take advantage of Shabbat and rest as much as you can. The deadline for reservations for the B'nai Zion Seder is this Tuesday, March 13th. The B'nai Zion Seder is the last Friday of March. It's the first Seder. It will be March 30th. Please note that the Seder begins at 6:30 p.m. The time that was listed in the bulletin was not correct. We will have the important parts of the service, the Friday night service, incorporated into the Seder. Next Saturday, March 17th, from 9 to 9:30, I will lead a Kiddush Shabbat for anyone who likes to hear stories and sing songs and not have to sit still during services. Everyone is invited.
So tomorrow morning, after our service, we will study Pirkei Avot after Kiddush. And on Monday, our board is meeting at 7 o'clock in our library. You've heard about the Shower of Dollars on Wednesday at the home of Elizabeth Arsenault. That same night, I'm teaching an adult education class on the details of Passover. The following Wednesday night, the Federation is having their board meeting here at B'nai Zion at 6 o'clock.
It's March 21st.
March 21st, and that is also the deadline for reserving for our Seder, which is the second night, March 31st. And the 23rd, looking way out, is a family service with stories and songs. But something that I hope will please you, that Saturday night, the symphony is doing a choral concert, including Bernstein's Hebrew Chichester Psalms. And they are so eager to have members of our community there that they are offering a 50% discount
On the adult price.
on the adult prices for gold through bronze or something like that, whatever. Anyway, in the announcements, at least for ours, we listed the phone number and the Symphony website, and
That's
I
March
hope to see you all.
24th Symphony.
I'll be
Yes.
singing with them, so come and hear me.
Come listen.
And if you want to come at 6:40, I'm talking with Michael Butterman, the conductor, about the Jewish aspects of Leonard Bernstein.
6:40, you said?
6:40.
6:40. That's awesome. So lots of wonderful things happening as we're getting ready, anticipating Passover. At this time in our service tonight, we are honoring everyone with birthdays or anniversaries in March. I need 4 people to hold poles for a chuppah, please. And if you have a birthday or anniversary in March, please come up. We're coming over here. Come here, you're a pole holder. Let's make this, hold on. What? Whoop, hold on. Right here. We need everybody's birthdays, including me, but I got to get my book and do the blessing. All right, birthdays. Open it up. Yay, us. Woot. We have a lot of birthdays in our family that are in March, too. I'll tell you what, let's all read this together because we all have birthdays here. See what you could do. God of days and years, author of life, our times are in your hand. We thank you for the blessing of life and for all that enriches our lives. We gather today in special thankfulness to share in the happiness of all of our friends. Be with us always as the joy of our life. May we be blessed with health and happiness and with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow. May we have the joy of coming together for many more years, united by mutual reverence and love. Then will our lives be filled with abundance of blessing. And the cantor is going to lead us in singing the blessing that everyone hopefully will join in as we thank God for giving us life, for sustaining us, and having us reach this special moment. Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheanu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh Amen. Thank you. Now I need the poles to get put up, and anyone who's under the age of 13 to please come and help us open the ark. And when the wait for us, when the ark is opened, everyone please turn to page 148. When the ark is open, please rise. Page 148. Go. Wow, it's Torah's. Open it up. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, la'teit gedula li'oser breshit, shelo asanu k'gayei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'goralenu k'chol hamonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינת עוזו בגופי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. And on the facing page we sing ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו track is closed. You may be seated. Awesome. We continue on page 151. Our tradition is that we acknowledge the fact that there are many people who are, as we are about to say, blessing to humanity. We acknowledge especially those who run into danger to protect us and have lost their lives doing so. So far, in this year, we have lost 7 people in the military. We've lost 23 police officers, including one from Louisiana, and 4 canine officers. We've lost 9 firefighters, including one from Louisiana, and we pray that their memories are always a blessing, that their families are consoled, and that we are always grateful that there are people who make the ultimate sacrifice in order for us to be safe. We continue on page 151. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We continue on page 153. In nature's ebb and flow, your eternal law abides. As you are our support in the struggles of life, so also are you our hope in death. In your care, O God, are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Your power gives us strength. Your love comforts us. O life of our life, soul of our soul, cause your light to shine into our hearts. Fill us with trust in you and turn us again to the tasks of life. And may the memory of our loved ones inspire us to continue their work for the coming of your sovereign rule. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has taken from us this past month, and you have a name.
Yes, Bernard Rosenfeld. We just buried him this week. Past president of our synagogue. And if you've ever seen any of the artwork that lines our hallways in the social hall, that's one of his legacies.
And we also remember congregants' parents who died within the past year. We remember Shirley Seligman, Stephen Muslow, and Janet Pachter Stewart.
And we have Carol Goodman.
And Carol Goodman. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. B'nai Zion's tradition is that we read the names of people whose yortzites fell this past week, so I'll read first. We remember Moses Asher, Carol Birchfield, Lalette Lolly Black, Mabel Frank Bodenheimer, Marion Burstein, Franca Zuckerman de Benedetti, Samuel Dreyfus, Zelda Golder, Sarah Greenberg, Janice Hyman, Julius Kahn, Sadie Katz, Charles Lipo, Mary Louise Levy, Solomon Meyer, David Miller, John Mills, Dora Maurman, Hugo Nagy, Benjamin Rambach, Hilda Roth, Bernice Kreisman Schulwolf, Bernard Siegel, Celia Murov-Sider, Henry Sauer Weissman Sr., and Rebecca Willer.
And we observe these yortzites in the coming week. Hedva Rosenfeld Sadie, Patricia Siegel, Mamie Lusberg, and Daniel Dekowitz.
In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as we praise your name. If it is your tradition to do so, I invite you to rise for the mourner's Kaddish, which is found on page 154. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam ul'amei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha v'richu. Le'elamin kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran v'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shalama Rabba min Shemaya v'chaim aleinu ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Please be seated. I neglected to say, as part of our announcements, that these beautiful flowers are here. Donations were made to B'nai Zion for the pulpit flowers in honor of Hadassah, in loving memory of Carol Birchfield by Cliff Birchfield, in loving memory of Lolly Black by Martin Palmer, Jerry, and John Black, in loving memory of Zelda Golder by Kathy Plant, in loving memory of Mary Louise Levy by Ann Cantor and Judith and Robert Levy, in loving memory of Bernice Kreisman Schulwolf by Mandy Selver, and in loving memory of Celia Murov-Sider by Marcia Katzenstein and family. At this time in our service, I would like to re-invite everyone who is under 13 to come up and do a motzi so that we can eat some of the delicious food that was in our oneg. Oh, look what's here. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to Bethany for our challah. Are you ready? Let's do this. I'm going to give you guys 2 microphones so that we hear everybody this time. One over here and one over here. And let us sing. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
We give thanks to God for bread.
Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. I grab the plate and you guys grab the challah. Everybody grab. I take the plate. Make sure he gets some. Everybody gets some. Wait. There's more. Come on. He's got to get some. Go grab him. Read. Where they're sharing. There's plenty. Somebody give him, thank you. That's what I like to see. Thank you, everybody. Please rise for the closing benediction. We are blessed that Hadassah is part of our family here, our community, the world. The impact that these women are making, that means us, is incredible. I have seen it in many walks of life, and I am appreciative to everyone. I am glad that everyone came here so that we could worship together. And so we bless everyone here.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you, be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God's face be lifted up to you, and may God grant you peace. Shabbat shalom. Blessings. Shabbat shalom. Come join us in Lefkowitz Hall. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Sarah. Shalom. All right, here's your book bag.
We will be back in here at 7:15 for the Lanyap Shabbat for anyone who wants to join us.